Good morning all. So in the previous class, we just started about the block diagram representation. So we have seen what is meant by block diagram. Okay. And we have seen the example, how we can construct a block diagram for any physical system. And we have seen the four elements. Okay. Blocks, arrows, summing points, and takeoff points. Okay. And we have started just with the different rules of block diagram algebra. Okay. So first three we have seen. Just quickly recall. The first rule is about combining blocks in cascade. If blocks are in cascade, just we'll multiply the individual transfer functions. So, similarly, second rule was combining blocks in parallel. If two blocks are in parallel, so then we will just add their transfer functions. Okay. And the third one is eliminating a feedback loop. When we say minor feedback loop, when you have a one forward transfer function, one feedback loop, one summing point, and one takeoff point. This is called as a minor feedback loop. So whenever this exists, so we need to replace it by a new transfer function, which is what we have derived. Okay, so block transfer function of a closed loop system. So that formula, using that, you have to write the new transfer function. Okay, so this is about the three rules we have started off with. So next rule is fourth rule, interchanging the summing point. Okay, so now little bit interesting and new things start to come. So if you have a two summing points, okay, so at the first summing points you have A and B signals, so they will be added or subtracted, A plus or minus B. And then next you have another summing point with new signal C is getting added or subtracted, so the output is A plus or minus B or plus or minus C. When you have such a case, so just you can replacing this C signal at B place, so there is no change at all. Okay, so because of this property. Okay, so if you replace it, interchange it, so C you will add first, then A plus or minus C will happen, then you are adding B, so A plus or minus C plus or minus B will happen. So it is cumulative property, right? So it is not going to affect much. Okay, so the rule 4 is you can interchange any summing points in between. Okay, so that is the rule number 4. Next, rule number 5 is moving a summing point after a block. This is very careful. Okay, so this is little bit confusion will start here. Okay, so there are 4 rules, whatever we are discussing next, it is regarding this takeoff point and moving point. Okay, so moving a summing point after a block, before a block. Okay, like that we have the rules. So it should be very carefully manipulated. Algebraic equation should be satisfied. So just see here. Okay, so if you have a U1 and U2 signals, okay, so it is U1 plus or minus U2. It can be plus or minus, whatever. And then a block will come. Okay, so its transfer function is G. So then the output is G multiplied by this signal, U1 plus or minus U2. So this is a block. So now what I have to do, moving a summing point after a block. So if I want to move this, for example, in my block reduction technique, so moving this summing point will help me in reducing the network. So then what I have to do, there should not be changes in this network. So for that, what modification you have to do is, so moving ahead of a block. So G you are writing first. So G as it is there. Here U1 signal is there as it is. So output is U1 of G. But the output should come here GU1 plus or minus GU2. So U2 should be added. For that, what you have to do, you have to add one more block here in the feedback. Okay, so you have to add one more block G. Before that, U2 signal should be applied. Now output of this block is U2G. And now you can do U1 of G plus or minus U2G. So then it will satisfy this same algebraic equation. Okay, so if you want to move a summing point, okay, so that is what here written in the sentence. This is the rule states. While moving a summing point after a block, add a block having transfer function same as that of block after which summing point is to be shifted in series with all the signals at that summing point. So if you want to move the summing point ahead of this block or after a block, the same transfer function G should be added in series with the signal. Okay, so that is what the meaning. Hope you have understood. We'll see the problems so that you will understand this much more detail. Okay. Similarly, rule number 6, moving a summing point ahead of a block. So previous one you have seen after a block. Now it is ahead of a block. So how was the situation? Now like this it is there. So U1G is there, and here U2 signal is coming. So its addition is U1G plus or minus U2. Okay. So now what I have to do? Now this summing point, sorry. Now this summing point, I have to move it before this one. Okay, just reverse of the previous rule. Okay, to do that, again, this condition should not be eliminated. Okay, so it should give the same algebraic equation. So first we'll take the summing point before. Okay, so that's what we have to do now. Then u1 signal is there, it is added. And what I will do is a reciprocal of this transfer function I'm adding. Why I'm doing this will come to know later. Because if you see here, so I want to require u1 g plus or minus u2. Okay, so g is there already here. So g into u1, it will give you the first term u1g. But to get the second term u2, okay, so if g is not there in the here denominator, it will become u2 into g. That should not happen. To nullify that, in the denominator, it is g is there. So how it will come? That will be placed over here before the signal. So 1 by g is placed here and it is u2. What is the difference to previous rule? Just see in the statement. While moving a summing point ahead of a block, previous one was before a block, now it is ahead of a block. Add a block having transfer function as reciprocal of the transfer function of the block before which summing point is to be shifted in series with all the signals at that summing point. Previous rule was moving a summing point after a block. The same transfer function you have added in series. Okay. Now we are moving a summing point ahead of a block. Okay. Before the block we have to do. Then it comes the reciprocal. Okay. So reciprocal of the same transfer function. In case if it is here G2, G3 is there, you have to do here 1 by G2, G3 like that. Okay. So that is the idea. Next, hope you are understanding a little bit new things so that you will be feeling difficult. Okay. Or it may be confusing, but slowly write down this and then we'll solve the problem. Plenty of problems are there. We'll do it so that you will have a mastery over this. Okay. Next rule. Okay. So now we have seen rule number 5 and 6 about summing point. Similar case we have to discuss with takeoff point now. Okay. So moving a takeoff point after a block. Okay. So now takeoff point will be shown like this, a small circle, right? As I told you. So this is the takeoff point. So U1 is there here. The same thing, it is taken as a branch. So here also you will have output U1 and G is there U1G. The same thing when you replace this takeoff point after a block. If you take after a block, this signal also should get U1. Okay. So here whatever you are getting, it should be U1 only. And here you should get answer U1G only. To make that, what we have to do, see here. So first I will move the block first. G I have taken before the takeoff point. So it is U1G. So now what is the answer here? U1G. This is no change, right? So it is satisfied. But what about feedback signal here? The feedback going. So it is having U1G now. To remove that G, what I have to do? I have to add a reciprocal now. 1 by G if I make. So this G and G will cancel out and the same U1 signal will go back to. Okay. So when you are doing this alteration in block diagram reduction, you should be carefully do this. Okay. So for simplicity, we have taken in all the rules just Z, but in normal problems, it may not be simply G. It may be G1, G2. Okay. It may be combination of some complex transfer function will be there. The same thing you need to consider in reciprocal. Okay. That's why the statement states like this. While moving a takeoff point after a block, add a block having transfer function as reciprocal. Just reverse of the summing point case. In the case of summing point after a block, we need to have same transfer function, but in this case reciprocal. Similarly, moving a summing point ahead of a block, we did reciprocal, but in this case it is same, just reciprocal. Okay. So reciprocal of the transfer function of the block beyond which takeoff point is to be shifted in series with all the signals which are taking off from that point. Okay. So the whatever you are having transfer function, the same thing you have to consider in the reciprocal. Okay. So this satisfies the condition of U1G as well as this one. Okay. Okay. So now next rule, it is just moving a takeoff point ahead of a block. Okay. Moving a takeoff point ahead of a block. So now, so what you have the case, so you have a block and the takeoff point is there here, and output of this is U1G, and now your feedback signal is carrying U1 into G. Okay, so this is the case. Now what I have to do, I have to shift this takeoff point ahead of a block. That means before the block, takeoff point should come and block should come after that. Because of that, so this answer should not change here, and even this also should not change. Okay, so what we should do, so here U1 signal is there and I have moved the takeoff point before the block, and here G is there as it is. So U1G is there. There is no change happens at this forward path. But what about in the feedback path where you are taking the takeoff? So if you does not add G block here, you will be having same U1. So then it is not satisfying this condition. To get that G, so just you are adding the same transfer function which you are moving. The same thing you are going to place one over here. Then it will satisfy this also U1G. Okay, just a minute. So this also U1G and this answer also U1G. Okay, so hope you have understood. So these four rules you should be carefully. So this will be used. Okay, while moving a takeoff point ahead of a block, add a block having transfer function same. Okay, transfer function same in the case of ahead, and this is the case of a takeoff point. Summing point, it is reverse. That of the block beyond which takeoff point is to be shifted in series with all the signals taking off from that takeoff point. Okay, so these are the 8 rules, very important for solving the problems. Okay, so there are 2 more rules are there. It is called as critical rules. The name itself says it is critical, so that's why it is not used in normal problems. Only if particularly asked to use that rule, we'll go with that rule. Otherwise the 2 rules will be asked in theory question. Okay, so explain about that in 6 marks or 4 marks they will ask you. Okay, so for that we'll discuss that 2 rules. Okay, so before that I quickly glance you the 4 rules. Okay, so very important. I hope you understood. Okay, so up to rule 3 it is eliminating feedback loop. Previous one was series and parallel case. Series is their multiplication, parallel is their addition. Eliminating feedback loop using a standard formula. Okay, interchanging the summing point, there is no problem because of the cumulative property. So now rule 5, 6, 7, 8, it is the interesting one. Okay, 5 and 6 about summing point. Okay, about after a block and before a block. If you want to move a summing point after a block, so you have to add the same G to the signal. Okay, so same whatever value is there this block, it should be there. And ahead of a block, you have to do the reciprocal of that. Okay, in the case of takeoff point, you have to take the reciprocal in the first case. Okay, and then you have to take the same function of G as here, taking a point ahead of a block. Hope it is clear. So you write down that. Okay, so I'll think you have written down. I have given the notes yesterday, so it's there in that. Okay, so if you have not written down, write down that. Okay, next rules, it is called as critical rules. I will just mention that. Okay, so moving a taking point after a summing point. You have seen so far now block and summing point, block and takeoff point. But takeoff point, summing point, we have not taken. Okay, so this also sometimes comes in the problem. Okay, so if it comes means you can think that question is very difficult. So then you can skip and go to OR part. Okay, so anyhow you will have the 2 questions, question number 3 and 4, right? So if you find such cases, so immediately you can identify that and you can take the another part. Okay, but it is not so difficult. Okay, if you have understood, but still I am saying. Okay, so some average students, they feel that difficult. Okay, so what is this rule? We'll just try to understand. Moving a takeoff point after a summing point. Okay, so you have a takeoff point here. It will be indicated by a dot. Okay, and you have a summing point. So in some cases, normal practice in block diagram is takeoff point should be at the rightmost side of the block diagram and summing point should be at the leftmost. So this is a normal convention. Okay, so to do that, what you have to do, so you have to shift this, right? So when you have to shift this, there is no changes happen in the result. This algebraic equation should not be violated. Okay, so it should get u1 plus or minus u2. Here you should get the u1 only. Here you should have u2. Here you should have u1. Okay, so there is no changes to that. Okay, what we will do, so first we will move the takeoff point that side. So what is the answer? u1, u2. So I have taken this u2 at this place now. Okay, so summing point I have replaced u1, u2. There is no change with that. Okay, so this result no change. Okay, and this U2 I have taken in the previous one, so there is no problem with this. But what about this feedback or takeoff point? This one, okay, it should come U1. Okay, so here it is a U1 plus or minus U2. When I take feedback, so what will come over here? U1 plus or minus U2 only will come, right? Either U1 plus U2 or U1 minus U2, whatever is there, it will come, right? But what you require is U1. So to make that, what you require, another additional summing point you require, and with its signal is reverse. If plus is there, here you should have minus. See here, minus is shown. If minus is coming, plus is required. Okay, so reverse symbols are required. The meaning here is U1 plus U2 is there, then you should make minus. What minus? U2 minus. Then you will get U1. If you have U1 minus U2, then you have to add plus U2. So plus U2 minus U2 get cancelled and you should get U1. Understood? So how we are going to? So this is a very simple rule, right? So but still it is called as critical. But while applying problems and all, it will give you lots of headache, right? So that's why it is called as critical. Okay. So statement, if you see, while moving a takeoff point after a summing point, okay, while moving a takeoff point after a summing point. So this rule can be asked in another manner also. Okay, so don't confuse. So they can ask moving a summing point ahead of a block. Okay, moving a summing point ahead of a takeoff point. Like that, they can ask the question. Okay, so both it is same. So whatever they ask, just first draw the first diagram. Okay, so moving a takeoff point after a summing point means you should draw the takeoff point first, then summing point. And you need to alter that. So correspondingly, you do the alteration. Okay, so it's all starts with the sentence, what they have given. So signal U2 must be inverted. Okay, that is inverted we have told. If it is there, plus minus, you have to take minus plus. If it is minus plus is there, you have to take plus minus. Okay, and added to signal U1 to feedback signal. Okay, it's the given to the feedback signal value. And to add the signal, summing point must be introduced in series with takeoff point signal. Okay, so it should be added in series with the takeoff point signal. So that is about this rule 9, moving a takeoff point after a summing point, or another way, moving a summing point ahead of a takeoff point. Okay, so don't confuse that. So just a reverse of that also we'll see. Moving a takeoff point ahead of a summing point. Okay, or moving a summing point after a takeoff point, like that also they can mention. So just reverse of that. So now you have the summing point in the beginning and then you have the takeoff point. Okay, so you have a summing point and then you have a takeoff point. So what is the answer of this? So here U1 is there and here U2 are added. So output is U1 plus or minus U2 is there. In the feedback now U1 plus or minus U2 only going. Okay, so because takeoff point is there after that. Okay, so when you alter this, so now I am taking this takeoff point before the summing point. When I do that, so even I require here U1 plus or minus U2 in the feedback. Along with these also should be same. Okay, so what should be done? First we'll move the takeoff point before that and summing point after that. So here U1 is there and this U2 is there. So U1 plus or minus U2. There is no problem at all at this part. Okay, but in the feedback, so what will happen if I take the just takeoff point? So the answer will come just U1. So it will come just U1. To get this plus or minus U2, what I have to do? I need to add one more U2 signal in the same fashion, not inverted. So if it is plus minus only, we have to do it. Okay, in the same manner. So one summing point will come extra. If you have a summing point and takeoff point case, one extra summing point will come. That is the idea. Okay, so while moving a takeoff point ahead of a summing point, use an additional summing point having signal must be added with the same sign. Okay, not inverted now. Okay, same sign as it is present at the summing point in series with the takeoff point signal. So if it is plus or minus is there, then here plus or minus. If it is minus plus is there, here also minus plus. Same as this case. Okay, so that is about the rule 10. So these are the 10 rules which we will use to do the block diagram reduction. Very first I gave you one example, right? Problem will be asked like this for 8 marks or 10 marks. We need to use this one of the rules. Okay, so how to apply these rules? So that is also important, right? So now we have studied 10 rules. Now there is a confusion in your mind. Which rule I should look for first? or which rule I should look for next. For that also step-by-step procedure is there. So that procedure we will take up now. Okay. Procedure to solve block diagram reduction problems. So the very first procedure is reduce the blocks connected in series. So when a block diagram reduction problem is given, just look at the complete picture in the forward path as well as in the feedback path. Okay. So see, is there any blocks connected in series? If it is there, do the series thing. What you have to do, just you have to multiply their transfer functions and make it single block. If 2 blocks are there, make it 1. If 3 blocks are there, make it 1. Multiplying individual transfer functions. Okay. So if there is no series is there, okay, no problem. Then go for second one. Reduce the block connected in parallel. Look at, is there any blocks connected in parallel? So directly don't jump to do the parallel connection and then see for series. Don't do that. Follow this step so that it will be easy. You will not get or miss any answer. Okay. So reduce the blocks connected in parallel. So just you have to add it or subtract it depending on the sign over there at the summing point. Okay. So it may be plus also will be there at the summing point or minus also will be there. Okay. Both will be taken, observed. Okay. Observation is very important here. That is the second thing. Then third thing is, if you have done series also, parallel also, what you have to look for next is there any minor internal feedback loops? Is there any minor internal feedback loops? What is meant by this? Rule number 3. If you have a single block, single transfer function, single feedback block, one takeoff point, one summing point is there. That we call it as the minor feedback loop. Okay. So how you eliminate that? Using the formula. Again, depending on the negative feedback or positive feedback, G of S by 1 plus G of S H of S. If sign is minus in the feedback. If sign is plus there, G of S by 1 minus G of S H of S. In short, we call it as G by 1 plus GH or G by 1 minus GH. This is the formula standard. Okay. So using that, we'll try to reduce it. So normally the simple problems will be up to rule 3 will be there. Okay. So if any problem is there, so then you will take up the next part. So next part is about rule number 5, 6, 7, 8. 4 is rarely used. Okay. Interchanging the summing point. It is not going to affect much. Okay. So you can do it easily. But rule number 5, 6, 7, 8. If you want to move summing point, takeoff point, right? So a standard rule is there. What is that? So fourth point will tell about that. As far as possible, okay, as far as possible, try to shift takeoff points towards right. Okay, takeoff points you have to take it right because it is feedback. No, it should be at the end result, and summing points to the left. So in your block diagram, it may be in any order. So first you have to go for rule number 1, 2, 3. After that, you have to look for these summing points. Some cases, what happens, the series parallel may not be available in the beginning itself. You need to go for direct step number 4 only. You have to shift the takeoff point and summing point. Only then you will see some series and parallel. So after each reduction of the block diagram, you have to start from first only. Is there any series, parallel, minor feedback loop? Okay, like that. So this is the standard rule. You have to make takeoff point to the right. Okay. And the summing points to the left. So this is the standard one. Okay. Unless and until it is the requirement of problem, do not use rule number 9 and 10. What is rule number 9 and 10? It is about critical rules. Okay. So moving the summing point ahead of a takeoff points. Okay. Only if it is required, you don't have any other option at all to solve the problem, then only use that. Otherwise, not required. So next step is repeat steps 1 to 4. Okay, repeat steps 1 to 4 till simple form is obtained. What is the simple form? The final form, you should have a minor feedback loop. This is the same thing. Rule number 3 we told, no, you should have a one block diagram, one feedback path, one summing point, one takeoff point, input and output. If you come to that level, you can stop reduction. Okay, so you can do the stop. Next step, what you have to do? Using the standard transfer function of the simple closed loop system. The same formula we'll use, G divided by 1 plus GH, I told, no. Using that, we'll write the final transfer function. That is the overall system transfer function or closed loop transfer function, C of S by R of S of the overall system. So this is the step we'll be following, and the 8 different rules, block diagram reduction rules we'll be using to do the reduction. Okay, so let us see one problem today, and remaining problems you can see in next classes. Okay, so give me a minute. So we'll change the slide. Okay, so problems on block diagram. So there are plenty of problems I have listed out. Okay, so next coming classes we'll do that. Okay, so maybe in session 1 or 2 problems we can do. Okay, we'll take up the first one, very simple problem I will consider. Okay, it will have up to rule number 3. Okay, simple one. So this is the question. Obtain the transfer function for the block diagram shown in figure using block diagram reduction technique. Okay, so it is asked question, June July paper, 8 marks it is asked. Okay, so what you have in this block diagram, see here. Okay, so first look at the diagram. So this is very much important. So R of S is there and then C of S is there. Okay, so this is the output, and then you have 1, 2, 3. 3 summing points are there. Okay, so in between summing points you have G1, G2, G3 are there. Okay, and then feedback. See here, feedback. So you have H1 is there. Here in between takeoff point is there. This is a takeoff point. Okay, and this takeoff point is given to this summing point as minus sign. Okay, and then H2 block is there. Again, one takeoff point is there, and this signal is given to this one. Okay, so again minus sign is shown here. So this is very important observation. Okay, and then H3 is there, and this is given to first summing point with minus sign. So now straight away, if you see, you could not see any reduction rules here. There is no series also here. G1, G2, 3 in between. This one is there. Summing point is there, and in between H1, H2, H3 also you have takeoff point is there. Okay. Even there is a minor feedback loop, you could not get identified. So minor feedback loop means you should have one forward path, one feedback path loop, like that. So it is nowhere you are going to look. So for that, so first what you have to do, first little modification you have to do for this. What modification? So now this signal. So first we can simplify this. So normally, so we'll start from right. Reduction will start from right. So this signal, so what and all blocks are coming? It is H1 and H2. Both are coming to this. Okay, so that will separate it. So since this is a single line, right? For example, if you are going from Bhatkal to Murdeshwar, okay, imagine Bhatkal to Murdeshwar you are going, and one friend is living at Shirali. Okay, so he is living at Shirali. Okay, so he is going somewhere at Alvekudi. Okay, so instead of going in single bus, what you can do is, so those who are going in Murdeshwar, you will separate out and you will go Murdeshwar, and one who is going this, he will take separate vehicle. So like that, I will remove this. Okay. So what I will do, for this signal point, H1 and H2 I will connect. And for this signal point, I will connect only H1. I will separate out. And for this signal point, H1, H2, H3, all three I will make it. So we'll see how I will going to do. It is very simple. Okay. So by doing this, there is no problem to the question. Okay. It is not there in any rule. Okay. So you have to look at. Separating out the feedbacks at different summing points, we can rearrange the above block diagram as below. So upper path, I have not done any changes. So G1, G2, G3 summing points are there as it is. So now this was the summing point coming earlier, right? So that I have separated out H1, H2. For this summing point, the takeoff point was coming from after H2. That's why I have taken H1, H2 here and it is connected. And the second summing point, okay, it was coming from only H1. Right? So that's why H1 separated out. Okay. And this summing point, all the three outputs were there. H1, H2, H3. This I have separated out. So once I did this, so now I can easily go for reduction. Right. So what you will see here is, so here you will see one series. Okay. So that is H1, H2 you will get. Here you will have one more series. Okay. H1, H2, H3. So you'll get one series. So this is the first thing you can do. So first you do this. So once you do this, what you will get in this, instead of 3 blocks, you will get 1 block as H1, H2, H3, 1 block. Okay, that is the transfer function. And here you will have, instead of 2 blocks, you will get 1 single block with value H1 into H2. Okay, so next step, what is the next step? So next step is, so you will get a 1 minor feedback loop. There is no series parallel over, right? So there is no parallel case in this. Directly go to step 3, where you can see the minor feedback loop. So here you will observe one minor feedback loop. So what is this minor feedback loop? So you have a signal coming over here. Summing point is there. Here takeoff point is there. Here forward path is there with G3 transfer function. And here also you have one block. You have made it one block, no? H1 into H2. So now this you can done using formula. And this minus sign now indicates you have to take plus in the denominator. That is G divided by 1 plus GH formula you have to use. So in the place of G, what you have? G3. In the place of G, you have G3. 1 plus. In the place of H, you have H1 into H2. Understood? So that only I'm going to do next step. Okay. So step by step, we need to write these diagrams. Okay. Remaining part, I am not doing anything. I'm only changing this path H1, H2, H3. I will make one block. And this I will directly reduce it. Okay. So I don't write one more step H1, H2 and then reduce it. Even you can do it, but it will consume time. That's why. So this becomes one path and then we will take it as a minor feedback loop. Okay. I will just write the sentence. So blocks in series and minor feedback loop about the step 2. So this is what I done. So bottom one, all the 3 blocks I clubbed into one, H1, H2, H3. And here you had one block. Okay, it is H1 into H2. And then I have replaced it with minor feedback loop. I have eliminated and made it a single block. So what is its value? G plus G3 is there. 1 plus, because minus sign was there in that summing point. So that's why plus came. Then G into H. What is G? G3. H place what you had? H1 into H2. So now this is your new transfer function of this block. Okay. Hope it is clear. So what is the next step now? Again, you have to start from first step only. What is the first step? Is there any blocks in series? Okay. So look at this. So G2 and this block are in series now. Okay. So just what will happen? So this G2 will multiply with.
So how is it G3 divided by 1 plus G3 H1 H2? I didn't understand that.
Oh my God. Okay. So you need to have the previous formula. Okay. Yesterday we have done it. Okay. This formula G divided by, I hope you have written down yesterday's notes. This formula 1 plus. Are you getting this formula in your notes? Or have you not written down?
Yes, sir. Okay. So I haven't written yesterday's notes, but I remember learning this formula.
Okay. So this formula we will be using here. Okay. So how we are applying? We have identified a minor feedback loop here. So very first it is difficult, I understand. But you write down after the this session, you write down this, you will understand. So here G3 is there. I told you G I am taking just for derivation purpose and H for simply. But in normal problems, you will not have direct G and H because there are plenty of G will be there, plenty of H will be there. So it will be named as G1, G2, G3, H1, H2, H3 like that. So now in this case, I am getting this minor feedback loop. So this is a series H1 into H2, it becomes one block. Okay. And then this is a one block G3. So now this a minor feedback loop. Yesterday we have that derivation. So G divided by 1 plus GH formula I will apply to this. So then what will happen? So this summing point, takeoff point, everything will be removed and it becomes a single block. Okay. So what will be that new block value? Its value is G divided by 1 plus GH formula in that form. So G place you have G3. Okay. So G place you have G3 divided by 1 plus. Why it will come plus? Because here minus sign is there. In case if it is plus was there, it is 1 minus will come. Okay. So here minus sign is there, indicates negative feedback. So in the denominator, it will come 1 plus. Then G into H is there in your formula. So that G is again G3, the same G3. And in the H place, what you have? H1 into H2, because it is series, it is there. So H1 into H2. That's why your new value is G3 divided by 1 plus G3 H1 into H2. I hope you got this.
Similarly, we cannot do for G1 also.
Directly we could not do. Here, no, this one, no?
G1. Yes, sir. G1 divided by G1 H3 H2 H1, that plus.
No. Okay, so minor feedback loop means what? Inner loop. First, you need to solve this.
The smallest inside loop.
Yeah. You should have a single. Okay. See here, when you see G1 here there are how many? This one is there. So now this is a summing point. This is the takeoff point. H1, H2, H3. Here in between, there are many loops are there. Like that, it should not be. It should be like this only. So it should have a nearest summing point, nearest takeoff point, and a loop. Okay. So time is running, so it will end the session now. So I will continue this problem tomorrow. Okay.